Some people take a hint from home with them wherever they move. So here's a piece of my heart that'll have you saying, "Da bread" in just one bite. Welcome to Flood's Grub. Today we make a taste of Chicago at home. And I'll teach you how to say jardinera like a true Chicagoan. Say it with me, jardinera. In Chicago, there's a food staple that even a local could eat all the time. Most Chicagoans order an Italian beef dipped, sweet, and hot. And the hot is a mix of olive oil, pickled combination of carrots, cauliflower, celery, pickles, and hot serrano peppers. There's not a whole lot of tools that we need here. One Dutch oven, one large bowl with a cover, dough cutter, thermometer, 2 small bowls, cooling rack. Let's get started on the first step, creating the starter. In the large bowls, we add 6 1/4 cups of flour, 2 2/3 cups of water at 80 degrees, and spill a little bit of the water in a small cup with a 1/4 tablespoon of yeast. Start mixing everything except your yeast in a big bowl first. Then add the yeast about 2 or 3 minutes in. You want to move the bowl clockwise with one hand and scoop under and over counterclockwise with the other hand to mix the dough. Now let's let that sit overnight. The wait is where the taste comes in. Now that starter is alive, let's go on to the next step. In the starter bowl from yesterday, 1 1/2 cups of flour, 3/4 of a cup of 105 degree water, and a little bit of water going into another 1/2 teaspoon of yeast, 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of salt. We're gonna come in here and start stirring it up, and then we'll put in the yeast. Add in that yeast, cover your bowl, and now we watch the monster come alive. Important step, put that Dutch oven in the oven with the cover on while it preheats to 475. For the last few hours, this yeast has been releasing yeast farts. Anthony Bourdain said a lack of sense of humor will not get you far in Chicago. But let's get this dough out and get that jardinera in there. Pull that dough out and put it on a floured board. Use a dough cutter and split that dough in half. We'll save the other half for some pizza. Spread out the dough without pulling too hard, and then scoop your hot or mild jardinera in the middle of the dough. Pull the dough together from the corners, spin it around like a Chicago 16-inch softball. Take your dough and put it bottom side up in a proofing basket. The proofing basket gives the final bread these awesome lines. Flip your basket over on your floured board. You're gonna see these awesome cool lines that it made. Pull the Dutch oven out of the preheated oven with some oven mitts and plop that loaf in the Dutch oven and put it back in the oven. 30 minutes on 475 degrees with the cover on, then 20 minutes with the top off. At this point, your whole house should smell like a Chicago bakery. Use some oven mitts and pull that bread out, and use a spatula to pry the bread out of the pot and put it on a cooling rack. 20 minutes, then rip in. This bread is addicting to all age groups. You can get hot or mild jardinera all over Chicago or on Amazon. And every time I make it, it's gone in minutes. Chicago will always be in my heart, tattooed on my skin, and in my memories forever. The taste is bread, and I guarantee the city of big shoulders tastes on your tongue.